It's a sunny and kind of busy day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and we're going to go for a bit of an adventure / walkabout. Hey everybody, it's Herb from World of Walt, and welcome to another live broadcast on a Saturday morning from Walt Disney World. Today, we're at Animal Kingdom, and there are lots of people streaming in getting ready for their adventure. Thank you for joining me on mine. My idea is to head up to the Tree of Life, see what's going on. We'll hang a hard left, take a look at Pandora, which we're seeing in the background right now, and then walk around, see the wait times in Africa, in Asia, and make our way over to Dinoland USA. And it will be fun to see the deconstruction happening right now on Primeval World. Heather says, looks gorgeous. It is a beautiful day here, about 80 degrees, going to get up to 90. Humidity is down, the sun is out. Just a beautiful day to be here. Hope, hello to you. Dan, Morgan, hi, welcome. Thanks for being here on the live broadcast. And Nellie, good morning to you. Happy Saturday. As is usually the case, we will take the long way around. Started here at the very front of Disney's Animal Kingdom today. Andrea, hello to you in Alberta, Canada. Happy to send you a little bit of Florida sunshine. Mary, good morning. And it is a beautiful day, for sure. Elaine has joined, and Kathy as well. Welcome. So I'm interested what the weather looks like for you. We are having the Florida edition of fall right now, which means the humidity is not so crazy, and the intensity of the sun is not so crazy, and the heat is not so crazy. It's actually becoming a great time to be here, a beautiful time. So let me know what the weather looks like for you. Is it sunny, rainy, cold, warm? How does it compare to what you're seeing here in Walt Disney World? So always fun in the Oasis area here to just take a second and enjoy the little moments, just like this stream, this brook. Lots of things just to stop and see and enjoy for a few moments. Hope, hello to you. She's got rain. Stephanie says, is there any news of what's going to go into the space in Primeval World in Dinoland USA? Not yet. Don't know. It was actually a little surprising to me that Disney started the deconstruction. I think it's a good thing. It means that at least they're getting rid of the old, which is no longer going to be around. Doesn't necessarily mean anything brand new is going to come right away. Sometimes Disney does these things because of the people they have availability, or people who have availability, or they want to make sure that there's no liability, no danger in a decaying attraction. Also doesn't look very good. So it's good that it's on the way out, but we don't yet know what's going to be coming or when. Linda, good morning to you. She's got cold and rain in Ontario. Sue, upstate New York, how's it going? 43 days to go. That'll be here before you know it. And here we are, the Tree of Life. Looking good. Sherry's got beautiful weather in Carson City, Nevada. Brenda, 53 and sunny. That's starting to sound a little chilly. Phil's got sun in Nashville. Cassie's got some rain. And says, say hello to daughter Sadie. Sadie, how's it going? I hope I'm saying your name properly. Thank you for being here for the live broadcast. So Christine says, are masks required outside? So the requirements that Disney has do change over time, but as of today, during this broadcast, Disney does not require masks at outdoor locations. It does require masks at all indoor locations, including restaurants if you're not eating, shops, attractions. If you're in an outdoor theater, they're not needed. If you're on a mode of transportation, like a monorail, Skyliner, a boat, you do need to wear them. Barbara from Massachusetts, hello. Diana in Minnesota, frost on the pumpkin. There's a sign of fall if I've ever heard of one. Charles has got 52 degrees in Kentucky.
Oh, Randy.
Yeah, so people are starting to get their weather. Oh, I see. I'm being redirected because we've got a photo pass spot. So one of the Fab 50 statues here, Thumper and Bambi, looks good. I actually posted an article this week over at worldofwalt.com and listed photos of all 50 characters in the Fab 50 statues. It was kind of an undertaking to get them, and thanks to the folks who helped me in that. So if you want to see every character, every statue, all numbered out so you can make sure you don't miss any of them, you can always head over to worldofwalt.com, check it out. I was very happy to be able to put that together. Leslie says, loves the Saturday videos. Leslie, thank you so much. Susan, good morning to you in chilly Idlewild, California. Joyce going to be here in December. Awesome, good time to come. I suspect that as we get past Halloween and October 31st, Disney, as usual, will begin an immediate transformation to the Christmas time season. Disney made some announcements this week about what's happening for Christmas time, and one is actually an item that I'm very excited about here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and it's the return of the Merry Menagerie. If you haven't seen it, people, performers, artists, I guess, control puppets of different animals, and they kind of interact with people. So things like penguins and bears and dogs, and it's actually a lot of fun. If you've never had a chance to see it and you're going to be here around Christmas time, definitely recommend checking it out. Linda says, was fun looking for the Fab 50? I agree, it was a lot of fun. There were a couple that were hard to find, Tinkerbell especially in the Magic Kingdom. Stitch was a little tough, Abu was a little tough to find as well, but all fun, good to see. Ginny says Animal Kingdom is one of her favorites. Susan says, glad able to be here live. Susan, I'm glad you can be here live as well. Thank you for joining. It's always a lot of fun for me to chat with everyone, share a little bit of Disney news, hear what's going on for you. For those of you who don't get an opportunity to watch the entire video, or maybe miss it on a Saturday, though I can't imagine why possibly you could miss one of these videos on a Saturday, you can always check out the replay over at Facebook or YouTube. If you haven't done so, head over to YouTube and do a search for World of Walt and follow and subscribe. Sometimes I do post exclusive content there, including some recent video interviews I did with Disney Imagineers as part of the media event for the 50th. That was a thrill, and there's some good ones, so yeah, definitely recommend checking it out. Rich, great question. Would I recommend trying Genie Plus when it comes out? So yeah, it won't be long before Disney Genie, Genie Plus, and Lightning Lane a la carte purchases are available here. Brand new system. A lot of people have a lot of thoughts about it. It will be interesting to see how it unfolds. So until there's some experience in using the app and understanding the wait time impact, it's a little hard to say. I will say Genie Plus is a lot like the old Disneyland Max Pass, which I used, and it's actually pretty convenient. So Max Pass is sort of like the smartphone edition of the old Fast Pass, paper tickets, where you can get a reservation time, and then when that reservation time is up, you can get another one. But instead of running around from place to place in the park, you do it all on your phone, and that's very convenient. I think the big thing is going to be the value for you personally. So if you enjoy more wandering around the parks, if you come often, if you don't mind waiting, Disney Genie Plus may not be for you. However, if you value your time, if you got a few extra bucks jingling around in your wallet, if you don't come often and you want to see and do as much as you can, I think those all could be great reasons to check out Genie Plus. Wayne says he's going to try Genie Plus but not Lightning Lane. I think a lot of people probably have the same feeling. Thinking about spending anywhere between $7 and $15 for a single ride kind of turns some people off, and I can completely understand that. I think some people will do it, and Disney knows that, and they want to offer people what they want. I have to say, for me, coming to do a live broadcast and having an opportunity to pay to skip the line, which is something I can't really do, so it limits my options on what I can broadcast for you, I would consider it, but just going to have to see. Michael says, are the Tumble Monkeys back at the Festival of the Lion King, which is now a celebration of the Festival of the Lion King? We keep tacking words onto that show. No, unfortunately, because I thought the Tumble Monkeys were awesome. They were such a fun, acrobatic, athletic, talented group of performers, but sadly not happening yet, at least not the last time I checked. Gene, good morning to you from Louisiana. BJ, hello. Jennifer, good morning. Welcome to Pandora. It looks like the line for Flight of Passage is scooting by, and I can see the standby entrance sign up ahead, 105 minutes for Flight of Passage. Good long time. Echo says, daughter just moved to Florida so she can enjoy the parks more often. Yeah, Echo, it's a great point. I think part of it just depends on how often you're able to come, how much you don't want to wait in line, what's important to you, whether you're coming for food and shopping or ambiance, or you're trying to rip through a lot of attractions. A lot of things to consider. John says, welcome to Pandora. Jacqueline, hello, and Kay, thank you for being here. Welcome to the live broadcast. A little bit of a traffic hold right now as Flight of Passage line crosses over this walkway. Carol says, who have extra money? Have you seen the prices for food and other goods? Yeah, they do continue to go up for sure. Disney knows they offer a premium product and they put it at a premium price. And honestly, I think they're kind of testing out their pricing. So as businesses are wont to do, give it a shot, see what happens. And that's just what they're doing. I think they understand there's a lot of demand and they haven't yet reached a point where their pricing has impacted their profits. That's my guess, putting an MBA hat on. And so they're going to continue to do that. At the same time, for us as fans, I do know that means we have more options. So if you ever had an opportunity to check out One Man's Dream over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and an opportunity, to watch the movie at the end, which is narrated in Walt's own words, he talks about how he was always constrained by money, and he just never had the funds that he needed to build what his mind could imagine. And so now I think Disney's in a spot where that's not as much of a problem because they are doing so well as a business enterprise. They can do so many more new things. And so while personally I'm not a big fan of paying more, I mean, who would be? I do see that there is some benefit for us. Iona says back next Saturday for a week. That is awesome. I hope you have a good trip. It's a beautiful time of the year to come. Jeff, hello to you. And Elaine, welcome to the broadcast. Lisa says, with the new systems, and that comment just flew right by. I missed it. Tracy, good morning to you in Savannah, Georgia. Sometimes Facebook Live comments, I just can't catch them in time. Sorry about that. Andrea said, where are all the masks? So, Andrea, masks are not required at outdoor locations, but they are required at indoor locations, transportation systems. So, yeah, lots of folks outside don't have them. Marianne, hello to you. Okay, I got another traffic hold here as the extended line for Flight of Passage. Beryl's going to be an annual pass holder for her next visit. I think I saw that right, Beryl. That is awesome. Sounds like you'll be able to take advantage of the parks a little more frequently, which is wonderful. John, good morning to you. Nice to see you. Wayne says, don't mind spending the money, but I do have a limit. Wayne, I got you. I'm in the same boat. My bank account is not bottomless, so I've got to do some picking and some choosing. Larry said, seen the Disney biography. It's a great story. It truly is. And honestly, I think it's a very honest portrait of Walt. It talks about how he had a mental breakdown, talked about how he struggled with money, he struggled with work-life balance. Really makes him a real person. If you're a Disney fan, a fan of the man himself, it's definitely worth checking in. Wayne, 202 days to go. Larry said, it's a human freeway.
Can I video, Mom?
Sure, you want to say hi?
Hi, guys. I don't know what this is for, but hi.
I'm glad to have you on the video. Thanks. Barbara, hello to you. Emery's got 3 weeks to go. Emery, if you are here on a Saturday morning and see a guy wandering around with a gimbal who looks like he's talking to himself, please say hi. It might be me. Karen says Pandora was not designed to handle these long lines. I think you're right, actually, especially with Flight of Passage. There's such a huge interior queue there. But still, either Disney underestimated the length of the lines or underestimated the popularity of the attraction. Or maybe something else weird is going on. I'm not sure, but it always is a little bit surprising to me as well how these lines have to sort of snake all over the place. Kate says, is the dining plan back by chance? Kate, that's a great question, and no, it's not. It's one question that is extremely popular. A lot of people really enjoy the dining plan. I think it is a great convenience for people who are coming. You sort of prepay for all your food, don't have to worry about it, and then always zoom in on the most expensive item on the menu. But it is not back, and no word yet on when it may come back. But I can say we can see more and more things returning to Walt Disney World. Like the announcement this past week of all the Christmas events that are coming back. So it's possible it's on its way. Disney has told us it is going to return. We just don't know when. Richard, 49 days to go. Greg says next May is calling. Can't get here soon enough, huh? Teresa asked about the longest wait time for Flight of Passage. Gosh, my memory tends to blur on things like that, but I'm pretty sure that the Flight of Passage has posted wait times in the 200 minutes, maybe even 300 minutes back when it opened up. If you waited in a long line or saw a long line for Flight of Passage that was, say, over 250 minutes, I'd love to hear what your count was. Tom says they offer great value for what they charge, but parking is a ripoff. I got to say I have kind of the same feeling too. I think Disney sees, you got to park. You don't have an option. This is a way to get a few more bucks. And honestly, I've always wondered, why don't they just raise the price of soda by another 2.5 cents or whatever? It would kind of slide under the radar as opposed to parking, which is now sort of this big beacon that people can point to. And I understand that feeling. Bonnie, hello to you. Welcome. So one of my favorite places in Animal Kingdom is actually right here. I love Pandora. I love the sights and the sounds. Beautifully done. But this boardwalk that connects Pandora back to Africa, it's kind of a little known hidden gem. And it's a beautiful, peaceful place to come. And I'm just going to take a second here and hopefully without dropping my gimbal into the water, admire these water lilies. Just really nice. Barbara, hello to you. Sarah was here in July, coming back in March, 155 days. I like it when you plan one trip and you've got another one in the books. That is great. Arlene is asking a question about the Pin of the Month Club, ? Arlene, thank you for prompting the shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club today. You win the prize, which is my appreciation. If you'd like to have a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Jody had 60 minutes for Flight of Passage. That is not bad at all. Jimmy says, seems like he remembers 300-minute wait times in the line coming out to Africa. Yeah, that's kind of what my memory says as well. Sometimes my memory gets a little bit fuzzy. John says, likes this way around too. Yeah, it's really peaceful. So straight up ahead here on the hill, Club 33, for those well-heeled folks who buy into the very exclusive membership. That's the location here in Disney's Animal Kingdom. If you are a Club 33 member, or if you know someone who is, and you would like to give a poor soul an opportunity to peek inside, sure would love it. It's a little more pricey. We talked about how, the bank account's not bottomless. There's a prime example right there. Reen says, beautiful area, loves it. Yeah, me too. Shauna says the walkway is a hidden gem. Love walking back there. Me too. Yeah, I'm glad so many other folks have seen that before and experienced it. Sherry, never waited more than 20 minutes for Flight of Passage. Wow, you must have a great system because that's really good. That is really good. I have tried getting on at the end of the day thinking, wait time might be a little inflated. People don't want to hang around. Still, 45 minutes, an hour, not unusual. Celebration of the Festival of the Lion King. Oh, looks like they're getting ready for a performance pretty soon. I'd like to do a live broadcast of that. Oh, almost missed it here. Another sign switched over for Lightning Lane. I think probably all of the signage around the parks is ready now for the launch of that service. Jennifer said, are they still doing the kite thing in Animal Kingdom? Yes, so Disney Kite Tales, live performance that happens on the amphitheater there in front of Expedition Everest. Had a chance to see it during its opening performance. It's a lot of fun. It's not a multi-bazillion dollar harmonious Disney enchantment nighttime spectacular, in part because it takes place during the day. But it's fun. It's music, it's kites, it's colorful. It's 10 minutes of visual eye candy, and I would recommend it. It's really nicely done. Lacey's got 95 days to go. Gail says, nothing wrong with my memory. Thanks, Gail. Sometimes I wonder, but hey, we're all getting older a day at a time. Stacy says, Animal Kingdom is the most beautiful park. It is truly a beautiful park. As far as placemaking goes, just how it's put together. And here's a prime example. So check out Expedition Everest there in the far background beyond all of the trees and the flowers. Just a beautiful view. Susan asked, what's Lightning Lane? So Susan, Disney has announced a new system which replaces FastPass Plus. And it's got 3 levels. There's Disney Genie, which is a free level. It's an app that extends the My Disney Experience app on your phone. And it helps you plan out your day, pointing you to the things you want to do and the most efficient way to do it. And then there's Genie Plus, which is kind of like old Max Pass at Disneyland, where you can get a return time, basically a fast pass, one at a time via your phone. And then there's Lightning Lane, which is really technically the name for the physical line, but most people, and me too, sort of call Lightning Lane the pay per ride option, where for 2 rides in each park, like here for example, it's Flight of Passage, and I think it's Expedition Everest, where you can pay a price to pay a ride, to go on a ride one time with pretty much little to no wait. So those are the 3 new offerings that Disney's coming out with. It's launching in the next week or so. Mary asks, is Divine out? Not yet. Karen has put in a plug for the Pin of the Month Club. Karen, thank you so much for that. I always appreciate everyone who plugs the club. And Karen, today you win the award, My Appreciation, for prompting the shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. You want to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month. You know what to do. Say it with me. Check out pinofthemonthclub.com. William, hello to you. Karen says, can you buy Pin of the Month Club as a gift for someone in a different state? You sure can. Thank you for asking that question. What you would do is enter the person's name, your email, and the person's name and address, and everything should go fine. If it doesn't go fine, let me know. Sometimes if the credit card processing is a little persnickety, it might not be happy, but I can help work through that. So that's my suggestion. Sign up with your email, their name and address, and you should be good to go. If you're not, you can go ahead and send over an email to me, info@worldofwalt.com, and I'll help you out. Paul said, when will the train run again? So I assume that you're referring to the Walt Disney World Railroad at the Magic Kingdom, and I don't know. You know, I hope it's going to be soon. It looks like the refurbishment is complete on the Main Street USA train station. It seems like a lot of the track has been replaced. That said, Tron Coaster, still under construction. I'm not sure if they're going to restart the train before that's done. There is the Wildlife Express train here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and it is up and operating. It's a lot of fun. Terry says, Wishes was here. Ellen, hello to you. Brenda says, do you have to have Genie Plus to buy Lightning Lane passes? That is a good question, one I was wondering about myself and actually did some research on recently, and I am 90% sure the answer is no. So Genie Plus and Lightning Lane a la carte purchases operate independently, and you don't need to do one to do the other. That is my understanding. So with Genie Plus, you get all but 2 attractions in each park where you can schedule return times on your phone, one after the previous one expires. With Lightning Lane, you are buying basically front of the line access per person per ride, and you don't have to do both together, although you could. And again, there are just 2 Lightning Lane attractions in each park. So here, Expedition Everest and Pandora. Over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, I wonder if those are the chimps or the monkeys. They're making a racket. Over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, it's of course Rise of Resistance and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Wayne is saying, Restaurantosaurus for lunch. That actually sounds good. Actually, there's something I want to peek at in Restaurantosaurus. Hey, Diana, good morning to you. It's finally fall in Georgia. We're still having fall, Florida style. It's still warm though, but it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Morgan says, loves Animal Kingdom. It truly is a great park. Unique to the world of Disney, so you can see items that are much like the Animal Kingdom and Disney's other parks around the world, but especially, like the Magic Kingdom, but especially Animal Kingdom and truly Epcot, just unique here to Central Florida. Karen, hey, how are you? Thank you for joining me on the live broadcast. Okay, I'm not sure where the primates went. They were doing some hooping and hollering though. Michelle says, is it crowded? It's kind of crowded here today. And you can tell by the wait times as well. So 105 minutes for Flight of Passage. Expedition Everest was up there. Ken says, favorite park and love Yak and Yeti. Me too, Yak and Yeti. Great food. Really enjoy it. Craig says, Magic Express is going away. Yes, it is. So the currently, but only for a limited time longer, free bus service that connected Orlando International Airport, or MCO, and Disney property going away at the end of the year. So Mears, which was the third-party company that actually operated Disney's Magical Express, is going to offer a very similar service that you can buy. So I think a lot of people are going to start to do some calculations now and say, do I want to pay Mears to get for free what I used to get before? Do I just want to maybe save some time and do a taxi or an Uber? Would I consider renting a car? So it adds a new level of planning to folks who are flying into the airport. Karen says, thought Magical Express was to the end of the year. That was my understanding as well. Linda says, wishes she were here. Vicky says, say hi to her daughter. She works here. Tell her thank you for being one of the people who helped to make the magic. Those are oftentimes challenging, tough jobs, and it takes people to make this. Cindy says, don't think there's a time to go now without it being crowded. You're right. Disney has been doing a great job of keeping the parks full all the time, especially with the special events that they have. So marathon weekends and festivals over at Epcot. Yeah, if you're coming, there are going to be people. Now that said, this is just a beautiful view right here with Everest in the background. There are times that are more or less crowded. So traditionally, anytime when kids are out of school, there are going to be more people. Also, early December is a good time to come because people have gone home from Thanksgiving break. They aren't yet here for Christmas break. So that's a consideration. Wayne says Skyliner is good transportation. It is. I think Disney has a hit when it comes to the Skyliner. I know there was a lot of concern, especially about how hot the gondolas were going to be. As long as the system is moving along, it's actually a very comfortable ride. I think the fact that the windows are tinted really helps a lot too. Jackie says, so many changes at Disney. It's going to be confusing when it's time to book a trip. Disney is ever changing, that's for sure. And that's why I'm happy you're here. So you can always head over to worldofwalt.com, sign up for the free newsletter. Do you like that plug? Do you like that transition? And you get a recap every Monday of all the past week's news. Don't rely on Facebook to give it to you all because they don't send you all the stuff, but I will in an email. Cindy says it is still fun. Cindy, you're right. Even with the changes, even with the expense, Disney still delivers a great product. Shirley says, almost missed the Disney morning. Shirley, glad you had a chance to come in and check out the live broadcast. It's always a pleasure for me to chat back and forth with everyone. I appreciate it. John says there are lower times, but never not crowded times. And you're right. I think that's exactly how I would say it as well. You can find some times when it's not as busy, but it's always going to be busy to an extent. So there's some watercraft that is coming through here. Let's see what it is. It looks like it's not characters. It looks like it's a pile of stuff in the back of a pontoon boat. They're probably doing some preparation for Disney Kite Tails. Dwayne says, walking Animal Kingdom is a workout. This is a big park, that is for sure. Petunia says, loves the broadcast. Petunia, thank you so much. That was really nice of you to say. Sherry says, love the Skyliner. Will always stay at a hotel that is connected to it. I think the Skyliner kind of changed the game in a number of ways. So, in the past, you probably wouldn't go to Disney's Hollywood Studios and say, hey, let's pop over to the Riviera for dinner. But now you can do things like that. So I think Disney did a really nice job with the Skyliner. My hope is that they're going to extend the system because it's apparently much more economical than running monorail tracks, even though I love the monorail. I don't foresee it ever expanding. It's just too expensive. People have often quoted the statistic of a monorail as $1 million a mile. I saw some recent studies about cities that have built monorails, and it's more like $100 million a mile. And that's a lot of cash, even for Disney. So Skyliner must be much, much cheaper. And I would love to see them expand the system. Really provides a lot more options for your visit. So the theater is decked out for kite tails with these sort of hanging, I don't know what you call them, things, hanging decorations. They're a lot of fun. Karen says I'm getting my steps in. That I am. I am for sure. William, hello, how are you? Sheila said it came for 5 days, December 11th, low crowds, cool weather, perfect time. I agree with you. I think early December is a prime season to come. Diana says, yay for the boat with a pile of stuff. Yeah, I'm sure the folks who come up with the Disney marketing materials didn't really want me to say, hey, look, it's a boat with a pile of stuff, but that's what we had. All right, I have been waiting for some time to come to Dinoland USA. First, because I actually am a fan of Dinoland USA. I know it's a very divisive area. People say this is not Disney, it's done on the cheap. But the backstory of Chester and Hester and how it relates to the Dino Institute and how it parallels the story, the development of Disneyland itself, with sort of cheap attractions spawning up right next to nice attractions. There's a lot of levels to Dinoland USA, so there's a lot to love here. But right now, there's one less thing to love, and that is Primeval World, which is currently being deconstructed. So interested to see how much progress has been made there. Diana, hello to you. Iona says, loves the Skyliner. Peggy says, loves the monorail. Can't wait to try everything new. Yeah, me too. I get great joy from checking out the monorail. Going from the Ticket and Transportation Center to the Magic Kingdom, it brings back good memories. It's air conditioned. You got nice views. So many good things. That said, Skyliner also good. Yeah, I kind of wish it had air conditioning, but it's a great way to get around. Karen says, what's up with Kali River Rapids? I assume that it is operating, but it does go down in the relatively cooler weather. So I don't know. Maybe it's down. I'm not sure. Mary misses Primeval World. You know, me too. I was always a fan of Primeval World. I know it's kind of an off-the-shelf coaster, but it fits the theme here, and it was fun. It was a fun coaster. And oftentimes you didn't have to wait too long to try it out. Elaine, hello to you. Lois said, good morning, a beautiful day. That it is. Karen says, if video gets choppy, hold on, exit and come back in. Thank you for that tip. Sometimes the internet does not cooperate so much. So yeah, I think that's my best advice as well. So if the internet sort of conks out, if the video conks out, the best thing to do is to pop out of the Facebook application you're using to view and then come back in. Usually the outages last for only a few seconds. All right, so we can see here the former home of Primeval World, and you can see that it's pretty much gone, at least on this right side. The left side, quite a bit of it is still standing. You can even see up here some of the track kind of dangling. Yeah, it's never fun to see something being ripped down. Primeval World, may you rest in peace. But who knows, maybe we'll get to try something or see something new, although Disney's not made any announcements. Given the financial situations, wouldn't surprise me if it's a while before we hear what's going to happen. But I'm actually a bit surprised that Disney started the deconstruction now. So we'll keep an eye on this spot. Morgan's going to be here on April 2nd. That is great. Kristen, hello to you from cold Colorado. And Sunny, good morning from Montreal, Canada, where you got some rain. Hope that it ends up being a nice weekend for you. Robert asked a very intelligent and probing question, which is, how can you get a little bit of Disney fun every month? Robert, I'm so happy that you asked. And you win the prize, and actually a very extra bonus for a creative way to ask the question. For prompting, the shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. If you'd like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, you know what to do. Check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Ron says Primeval World was herky-jerky but fun. I agree. It was very herky-jerky. That's a great descriptor. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me on this little adventure around Disney's Animal Kingdom here at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. A beautiful fall day, probably lower 80s by now. Not as humid, not as sunny as usual, but still humid and sunny. But just a great day to be here. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for all the comments. Thanks especially for the thumbs up and the shares. Really, shares is one of the best ways to get the word out. So thank you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, God bless.